Is Jeff Hardy gone from WWE? Is WWE canceling a new television show? Guys, we're going to talk about it all right here on Destination PW. Stay tuned.
You have arrived at your destination.
Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ango, twitter.com/TangoWithAngo. If you guys like wrestling, go ahead and give me a follow. Send me a tweet. Let's talk a little bit about some wrestling. But with that being said, guys, I want to talk to you about two different stories today. So if you guys want to watch through the entire part of this video, that would be amazing. But I want to start off with the WWE Backstage. Before we talk about Jeff Hardy being done with WWE, let's talk about Backstage. So if you guys don't know what Backstage is, I'm probably going to assume that you really don't know what it is because it only drew 49,000 viewers live on Fox Sports 1. And yesterday was the debut episode, and the numbers were very disappointing. Now, it's really interesting because the rumors already suggest that Fox is unhappy with WWE's performance as of late, especially with SmackDown's numbers going even down more significantly, and WWE in general have seen a decline in ratings and a ton of other metrics. And basically, the rumors are that Fox is reportedly unhappy with WWE's performance, and they might be rethinking this huge deal that they presented in the first place. Now, if you guys don't remember, WWE was offered billions of dollars for the rights of SmackDown, and then of course Fox, who is heavily invested, is currently producing the show WWE Backstage. The problem is they've only had 49,000 viewers live on television. And of course, there are now talks of some concern in regards to whether or not they are happy with what's going on. And of course, you know, I truly believe that ratings don't matter. And I'm going to say this as somebody who is not a fan of ratings. I'm not a fan of rumors in particular that talk about someone's opinions or how they feel. Because one, I'm not somebody who's friends with anybody at Fox. This is stuff that I'm reading online. And of course, a lot of this stuff is mumbo jumbo. It's whatever. So I take this stuff with a grain of salt. But I want to have this conversation in video format because I think if you are Fox, I think you're in the safe zone. I think investing in WWE right now is actually a very smart thing to do. I think if you're Fox, you know, you have a couple of years on this deal. Obviously, there's going to be some bumpy roads, but I think Fox shouldn't be concerned, even with their talk show having only 49,000 viewers. I mean, under 50K viewers is quite concerning, especially when that's less than what NWA Power does on YouTube. But then, of course, we have to take a look at the landscape right now of television. And that's why I want to talk about this specifically. People always talk about ratings. I mention this almost every chance I can get. Ratings matter to a very small percentage of people, and fans, for some reason, act like they're one of that small percentage, but they're not. And the truth is, ratings don't matter to fans because they really don't impact us one bit. Unless, of course, you like to sit on Twitter and argue with people about the ratings being low and how that impacts you mentally, I guess. I've seen people literally tweet me that they don't watch WWE because not enough people watch it. So if other people aren't watching it, they shouldn't watch it, which is a ridiculous idea. It's a ridiculous concept. So the idea that Fox may be upset about the numbers is very, very interesting to me, but I say take it with a grain of salt because WWE Backstage is still a new concept in the eyes of WWE. I mean, this is literally the Sports Center directly with Fox and WWE, and it's very interesting. Now, of course, they do have Ryan Satin from Pro Wrestling Sheet, and that was very interesting. A lot of people are kind of worried about where he stands when it comes to pro wrestling news because he does have sources and he does drop news. He does run a dirt sheet, and of course, him being a correspondent on a Fox show that is produced by Fox and WWE executives, obviously people have concern, so people don't know if this show should be taken seriously. Now imagine this. You're a WWE fan. On Monday nights, you watch Raw. Tuesdays, what do you got Tuesday? I don't know what they got on Tuesdays, but Wednesday, they have NXT, and then Friday, they have SmackDown, and then, of course, there's pay-per-views, and then there is NXT UK and 205 Live. I mean, there's a lot of content for WWE. So imagine you're a WWE fan, and there's just another thing of WWE to watch. Oh, and by the way, Corey Graves now has a podcast called After the Bell. So all of this WWE content is being overly consumed. And then, of course, it allows companies like AEW and NWA and Impact and ROH and New Japan to offer something different because people who are tired of having all of this WWE stuff, they're just looking for something a little bit different just to keep a balance. And that's why ratings don't matter. because people will watch regardless. They will find a way to get the information that is coming from the show. Social media engagement was very high during Backstage, and of course they broke the news that Randy Orton signed a deal, and then there is some Alexa Bliss rumors with her injury status, and she is cleared. So of course, a lot of these bits and pieces is exactly what's needed for social media, which is why ratings don't matter. So regardless if WWE or Fox were to actually cancel the show, I'm going to say no, I don't think so. And I really don't hope so, to be honest, because I think it's actually a cool concept. But what I want to see with this is WWE being covered more differently, less corporate-like and more casually. And I think if WWE Backstage can transition into something that's less handled by corporate, I think it would be a really good show. Now, enough about WWE Backstage. I think it survives. Other people don't think it will, according to whatever. But I do want to talk about Jeff Hardy, because as you guys know, Jeff Hardy has been dealing with some personal stuff, and because of that, he is not with WWE at this time. And it's not like he's released from his contract. This is not a situation where Jeff Hardy is done with WWE in a sense of contractual obligations, but it sounds like WWE is going to have him sit out for a very long time. And now there's rumors that they could be adding extra time to his contract, just like they've done with other wrestlers in their roster. Now, I didn't cover this for specific reasons, but Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, his wife, and Jeff's wife, they all got into like this Twitter feud because obviously Jeff Hardy was in the news for some stuff that I personally just don't want to talk about, but you guys probably know what I'm alluding to. If you don't, Google is your friend. But essentially, Jeff Hardy's been dealing with personal stuff, and it's not the first time. As you guys know, it's been a continuous issue. Everybody remembers his match with Sting in TNA. I mean, literally, this is an issue that is ongoing, and it's nothing to make light of. There's no jokes surrounding it. But essentially, WWE wants to sit Jeff Hardy out, even though he is cleared medically, because they want him to get better, to focus on himself on a personal level. Now, it sounds like Jeff Hardy is probably going to ride out the rest of his contract, and then WWE will figure something out afterwards. And honestly, if that's what has to happen, that's what has to happen. I said this in my post on YouTube. Sometimes your personal well-being is the most important thing. It's worth more than money. It's worth more than YouTube. It's worth more than wrestling. So in the case of Jeff Hardy, whatever is going on, obviously everybody wants it to get better. But we're not going to expect Jeff Hardy on TV, which is really crazy because Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy were partners on WWE television. And there's rumors that Matt Hardy might take the broken gimmick to NXT. We're going to talk about that in another video at another time. But guys, let me know what you think in the news down below. Where do you want to see Jeff Hardy? Does he get released from WWE? Nobody really knows, but hopefully we'll find out some more information soon. All right, guys, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to click that like button, click that subscribe button, ring that bell. This way you get notified on all the latest content. It's your boy Ango, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.